Hey, Dennis, on a Friday morning. I don't know if it didn't send out the notifications. Who knows? Good morning, Jenny. Facebook is so weird. Um, Man, it's Friday, our busy crunch time. So, worship practice last night. Tonight, the run through for the FBC's Got Variety. Tomorrow, trip to El Paso, and then San Juan, and then Sunday church, and then Sunday night FBC's Got Variety. And I think Monday we're just going to collapse.
Yeah.
So, good to have you guys on this morning. Cold, but no snow in the forecast. Maybe, hopefully, we'll have a white Christmas. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's up here. People kind of go either way. Some people want the snow and some don't. Good morning, Tony. Tony wants the snow. He wants like a foot. He wants a foot of snow.
I'm sure he does.
Actually, anything over like 8 or 9 inches, and he's good. Yeah. So, gosh, yeah, this is But after Sunday, then we can kind of catch a breath.
Yeah.
And then we have worship practice Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No, Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday. Friday's the Christmas Eve service.
Yeah.
Saturday's the Christmas Eve service. So what are we doing Friday?
We're not doing anything Friday.
There's no practice on Friday night?
No. We can go to bed at 6 o'clock if we want to.
Man. Friday, nothing going on. Saturday, Christmas Eve. I'm getting in last year's deal. Sunday's Christmas. Wow.
Then we go off the grid for a week.
Monday we're off the grid.
Yep.
Good morning, Bethany. Friday, everybody's all smiles because it's Friday. It's kind of a mixed bag for me because it's going to be solid still. It's not like, at 3 o'clock today I'm off for the weekend.
Yeah, my weekend starts on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'll be nice. Few quiet days. Youth group, kids club is finished until after school starts back up.
Man, for the kids' Christmas, I don't know what you call it, the program.
Kids' Christmas program.
Yeah, it was packed.
It was, full house. Yeah, and we put in a few extra chairs, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
that was fun. Kids did well. Parents seemed to like that. That was always good. I'd say I'm tired, but I'm always tired. So they'd all be saying, "What's new?" If you're tired,
I'm always tired too, but I'm more tired. I could go to sleep right now, tired.
You know what? I bet some of them noticed that you're not Paul.
Yeah, I'm not Paul.
You're not Paul. Paul had a work meeting at 8 o'clock this morning, so he couldn't be here. So thanks for filling in. Thanks for jumping in.
2 times in a week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Did I? Yeah, I did Monday.
Yeah. I know that seemed like 2 weeks ago, didn't it? Yeah, we've done a lot this week. So Paul he had a meeting at 8, and so he couldn't hop on with me. Usually he can work it, but I guess he doesn't get to schedule all of his meetings. Just like I don't always get to schedule all of mine. But, I'm excited for Christmas.
Yeah.
Feels like it's some ways it feels like it's a long ways away. We need to finish shopping for Mom.
Yeah.
We can do that tomorrow. We'll go to El Paso.
That is tomorrow. Okay. Yep.
Hope times 2. Hope 2.0.
Yeah. I'm like, it's tomorrow Saturday, but it is. My brain is scrambled.
So Dennis would probably say that gets so much better after you retire.
Yeah.
Dennis never has to worry about what day of the week it is. Yeah. Good morning, Jose.
Because last week I had finals.
You all done now?
Yeah, and then I just jumped into overdrive for the variety show, and so I teased after Christmas I'll finally be able to just relax.
Yeah.
Turn my brain off.
So you'll have 2-3 weeks right after Christmas.
Yeah.
Before you, I know I won't mention that.
Don't. Yeah.
Yeah. She has a month off, but
it's not.
It goes so fast.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Friday all day. Dennis, I think every day's Friday for you, or Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever be able to experience that.
Mm-hmm.
What retired looks like, feels
Yeah.
like. But well, I would say we'll give it our best shot the week after Christmas.
Yeah.
We'll chill. Although we have some things to do, places to go, people to see.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. So what we talked about the message on Sunday. Well, you talked with me on Monday. So reconnect.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about some reasons that we disconnect, and in the world where disconnect is the norm, we need to reconnect. So today, I thought we'd keep it a little bit light.
Mm-hmm.
I told Paul he missed a good Friday because I couldn't think of a hard question for him.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the softball question I'm going to toss to you, underhand softball, not that crazy. Have you ever seen women's fast pitch?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Those girls are scary.
Mm-hmm.
So the way they throw that, first of all, their wind up is like crazy weird, and then they can throw the ball really hard.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do that to you.
Okay.
So reconnect. How do we reconnect? What are some opportunities that we have as a church? But before, I always toss it out to them first. Says I want to see if they know.
Are you meaning like us
as a church? This church,
Okay.
yeah, FBC Cloudcroft. So what are some ways that FBC Cloudcroft has that you can connect or reconnect? So I'm going to toss that out there to you guys, and you guys tell me. I bet you everybody on here can name at least one. Mm-hmm. It would be the same one that they could name. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm thinking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. just helping you out. What are some ways at FBC Cloudcroft that you can connect? You guys, literally, not that one. Java and Jesus. There you go. Ding ding. Bethany answers first. Mm-hmm. 100 people surveyed. Those, by the way, while they're thinking about that, while you guys are thinking, what are some other ways? So Java and Jesus, you guys all have that one down. Community events. Oh, yeah. So Saturday night is what?
Nothing. Sunday night.
Saturday night?
I thought you were talking about for this church. It's Santaland.
Santaland.
You said this church.
But it's a community event.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how we can. Dennis is on the ball here. That's how we can connect. We have a booth that we do for Santaland.
And so we did the tree lighting, the Christmas tree lighting last week. Yep. And that's a really good outreach.
Oh man,
great way to connect.
Yep. So community events. We did the Christmas tree lighting last week. We have Santaland this week, and we do something. So for Christmas tree lighting, we usually do apple cider. Who would have thought there was an apple cider shortage? Whatever. We learned how to make hot lemon tea that people loved. I loved. You didn't love it, but I did. And so we do that, and then donuts and whatever kind of sweet snacky things I can find at Walmart. This week is Santaland, and what we do for Santaland is we drive to. It's kind of our tradition thing. We didn't get to do the first Santaland because we weren't here.
Yeah.
But we go to El Paso, and we pick up Krispy Kreme donuts. And we bring them back, and then we have a microwave. And I don't know if you know this, surely you do. Krispy Kreme donuts, 8 seconds in a microwave is almost like they just came off the conveyor belt. Mm-hmm. So community events, we have Harvest Festival, and I really want to do some more, but those always sneak up on us. So Dennis is on the ball. He's on a row. Small groups, Bible studies. Dennis.
And yeah, I was going to say, and it's cool that you guys do it, kind of a hybrid, so people who aren't here can jump in, that's a great way to connect.
Tuesday night men's Bible study that we're taking a break from is a hybrid, so in person and online. And after, the dust settles after the first of the year, we're going to do a Monday night online only Bible study.
Cool.
So and that'll be a lot of fun. So I've not done an online only Bible study yet. So we're going to do that. Connection groups. We changed the name to community groups, and we have 2 of those. We need to start more of those. Retreats. Yeah, you got that. So the ladies haven't really done a retreat. I'm can talk with them about planning one. The men have at least one retreat a year. We usually try to do that in the spring, so we'll have a retreat in March. The kids, students, kids, the kids actually do have a retreat now. The Young Lives Ablaze retreat. We used to go to Albuquerque for that, but they went all digital. I heard a rumor that you might know the pastor for the Young Lives Ablaze retreat this year. That's going to do it digital.
I do know.
Yeah.
I don't know who the pastor is, but
the one doing the main messages.
Really? Oh, is it? Am I sitting right next to him?
You might be.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we do those.
It took me so long. I was like, what?
So the kids have a retreat. The students do 2 retreats. We do a spring and a fall. Actually, I think we'll keep up with this. The last couple of years, we've done 3 retreats: spring and fall, and summer.
Right.
So those are some ways to connect. Well, we are doing our best, Jose. There's a difference between making the plan and then making the plan work.
Yeah. Well, and so like even in college, what I found out is like I think you were talking about this. I can't remember where, but it's so easy to not go to an event, to kind of miss out. And then it's when there's another event you can go to, it's hard to go to that because you missed one. So you have that disconnection. And the more you don't go, the more disconnected you feel, and the harder it is to go back. But I found specifically like in like the college ministry, and even at my local church at college, it's so refreshing to go back and just be in community, and fellowship.
Yeah, you don't realize how much you miss it until you go back.
Right. Yeah.
And so so we have community events, but we also have something. We have church events.
Right.
So can you think of a church event coming up?
Is it the variety show?
It might be. Yeah. FBC's got variety.
And that's a great way, not because I'm just plugging it because it's my event, but like even like because there's a time for just dinner before the show starts, and I feel like that's a great time to fellowship, connect. There might be some people that you haven't seen in a while, because it's a different,
I'm amazed, as small as our church is, how many people who come regularly. So both, 2 families who come regularly who don't know. And so that's a good time to meet because we eat around tables.
Right.
It's a kind of a dinner and a show kind of thing. And and so we eat around tables, and so you can sit with a family you don't know and get to know them.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. So community events, Bible studies, small groups, campouts. We haven't done that in a while. COVID really kind of messed us up, but
that was fun.
We need to get back into that to do our family-wide camp out. And man, I'd love to get the slide group area again. That's so hard to get. You have to. They don't let you book it more than a year in advance, and that midnight of it's booking already for a year. But yeah, those are fun. Except our neighbor sold his little trailer, so we'll have to figure out something else for us. We would stay in his tiny little trailer. So I got that big teepee tent that we can do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So yeah, camp outs. Those are church events. The FBC's got variety. What are some other church events that we do?
The Harvest? No, that's a community.
That is a community event. We invite the church to get to know.
We did. Was the gingerbread bash? Would that be church?
Yeah, that was a church event that we do, and of course, we invite the kids club parents to come to that. So that's a great way.
I feel like what's cool is like a lot of our church members who don't have who can't help on Wednesdays, can come or help, and they get connected with the kids club families, know, and so that's a good way to connect.
Yep. So what are some other ways that you guys can think of? I can think of a couple more. It's a little different than the path that we've been taking with all of these things, but some ways to connect or reconnect in the church. We have some tools that help you do that.
What's cool, like for me, and you talked about this on Sunday, is like service roles, where you can jump into like a ministry. And even though, like I'm at college most of the time, I serve on the worship tech team, so and what's cool is I didn't do that in high school. And so like my ministry, as I went to college, my ministry role changed, but it didn't go away.
And it's cool that, and we didn't have this before COVID, really. A way that you can jump on and help, even though you're not here physically.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, Hope, her role in the worship tech team is to help with scheduling. So scheduling for the worship team, and then Warren and I work on scheduling for tech team. Although you end up posting it all. I was talking with Jonah, and he's like, "Who?" So he said, Hope scared him last night. So we have this. We have this. You guys know it as our church app. So the Church Center app. On the planning side of it, it's called Planning Center, and that's what we do all this. And it does so much we haven't even hardly gotten into it. But so we plan our worship services. Excuse me, and plan the worship services, and then the worship team schedule, the tech team schedule, all that in Planning Center, which shows up as Church Center for the app. But so when you do that, we ask people to add blockout dates. That means the dates that you're not going to be there. So like next week, the 26th through the 31st, I block those dates out so that when we plan, we know, okay, they're not available these dates. If you don't do that, then we assume you are available. And so then we make the schedule. And one of the ways, if you want to irritate Hope, is don't put a blockout date, but then after we make the schedule and she posts it, then decline. Say, oh, I can't do that, even though you didn't say that you weren't available that day. So you scared Jonah a little bit. Like he said, so because his work schedule changes with camp ministry.
Yeah.
He says, if I decline a date, who gets the message? And I said, the one that scheduled it. He goes, that's probably going to be Hope, right?
Yep.
So, but those kind of things. So serving, and we have so many different ways to serve. Those kind of things like you're doing, you have to be pretty tech savvy. And
yeah. Well, and I also help Angelo, the worship leader, just like with little administrative things that takes weight off of him,
One of the cool things is, since we use that to plan out our service, so everything from the countdown video to the worship intro video, the welcome, all that's planned out. Then you also can print the tech notes for that, so the tech team has that. And then technology is so much fun. So the drummer needs just the lyrics. So Hope from Portales can do that and get that ready, and it shows up on the iPads here that the tech team uses, and then doing that for Mike, who plays keys, as well, except he wants more than words.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He wants some music or something.
Weird.
But that's a great way to stay connected.
Yeah.
So and
it honestly feels like I never left when
Except that we have so many new people
that when I come back home, I'm like,
I don't know all these people.
Who are these people? And they're like, Pastor Larry has another daughter.
Yeah.
I'm his favorite.
Yeah. Hope used to play that card the other way when Hillary was gone to college.
I would. Can I tell the story?
Okay, tell them.
So, when I went to high school, it was my senior year in high school. So my sister and I had most of the same teachers, but a bunch of them retired, and so we had new teachers come in. And so I was telling one of my teachers, like, oh yeah, I'm an only child, I love it. And one of the teachers who was still there, who taught my sister, overheard that, and she was like, no, she's not. She has an older sister. And I was like, Miss Davis, like, don't rat me out. But
yeah. So now it's the other way. But so speaking of that, so another way that we can connect or reconnect, and this one I need to help people do a whole lot more, I think. But with our Church Center app, we also have a church directory. But because of now with HIPAA and all those kind of privacy issues, we can't list you in the church directory. you have to go on your profile. So you have to go on your church app. Let me get there. So you have to go on Church Center, and I'm doing this on mine so I can tell you as I do it. Go to directory, then you click on your own. We have two Evans households in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dennis is one, and I love the profile picture he put. It's me and Dennis when we were little bitty.
You had hair.
I did. Yeah. Dennis. Oh, good morning, Kathy. Dennis actually tans, so you can tell which one. He had brown hair. Mine. See how blonde my hair?
Yeah.
So then you go on there. So you guys can't see that too well. I'm gonna get up kind of close. So here's so that's my profile picture thing, and then up on the top up here, you can't see it well on there, but it's a little pencil looking thing. You click that, and that's how I edit my profile. And it says my information, so I can actually edit my information. So some people change phone numbers or they change email addresses. Mm-hmm. You can change that on there. You can edit your photos or add them if you don't have them on there, but you have to choose to list yourself in the directory. And so that's a good way to connect or reconnect, because the reason is that way, like you come back, you're like, man, I don't know all these people. If we can get everybody to do that, then you can know when I mention someone's name, you can see their face on the directory. So that's kind of cool.
And what's cool is like we have some like a new family, like their kids are doing stuff in the variety show, and so that's cool to just see like new families already jumping in, and connecting.
I didn't update mine, so I'm not gonna do that. But you have to choose to list yourself in the directory. It won't let us do that. And I talked with one of the guys that is a developer for this program, and he said they're not gonna let us do that.
Wow.
It's a privacy thing. So anyhow, that's a way to connect, is through the church app. And not only does that help you with the church directory, but it also, we can send out notifications. For example, but we hope this doesn't happen this year, but in the past, we've had it so that like we get a lot of snow, and that alone won't make us cancel church, but if we don't have any power. So if we get a lot of snow and there's no power and they close the highway, that's probably going to keep us from being able to have church. Actually, now we can live stream it, not the whole band, but at least a message.
Yeah.
But we can send a notification out through the app, and we can also do that through text. But some people live in places where they don't get texts. But app, we can do that through the app, as long as they have Wi-Fi. They can do that. Of course, if they're powered out too, I don't know how that works. Well, on my phone.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Anyhow, that's one way. The other way I kind of mentioned was the text, our text in church, and we had a lot of people on Sunday that texted the word connect.
Oh, cool.
To that number, 575. Do you know it? Do you know that number?
27.
No, don't listen. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to her.
What is it?
I'm gonna type it in. Oops.
I did what you told me to, and I saved that number as FBC Cloudcroft. So I don't know the exact.
Yeah.
That's your phone number.
Let's don't do that one. That's the number, 575-205-4740. And you can save that in your contacts as FBC Cloudcroft text. And then that way, and that's really cool. So there's a lot of cool things about that. Not only can we send text out, and we can do keywords in there. So serve, if you text serve to that number, then that'll let us know that you want to find a place of service, so we can get in touch with you and plug you in.
Isn't it prayer is one of them?
If you text prayer to that number, then it'll respond with a form that you put in your prayer request, and that'll go to the prayer team. Connect. If you text Kids Club, then that'll put you in the Kids Club group, so you get all of the notifications about Kids Club. Men, if you do men, then you get the notifications about men's ministry. Women, notifications about women's ministry. So there's tons of stuff in there and that's a good way to keep you connected with what's happening and going on in the life of our church. Another cool thing is, so with that number, um, you can text. It doesn't have to be a keyword like that. You can send just a regular text, and that goes to staff, not all the staff, but to staff, and we get it and we can respond to that. If you call that number, you know what happens?
It calls the church office.
Yeah, it goes right to the church office. So if there's if it's after hours, you'll get an answering machine like today. The church office is closed. Um, but that number is a great way to connect, reconnect. You can there's and we'll do special emphases. But we even did a digital mission trip with that one. I think if you text the word one to it, then it kind of takes you on. I think it's a 4-week journey or so of praying for people around you. Who's your one? Was the North American Mission Board emphasis. So it has a lot of cool things that'll kind of take you through as you do that. But that number, put in your phone and keep it, and that's a good way. I think I even have Dennis in there because it's a reminder. I can do automated reminder because we're guys and we get busy and Dennis is retired, so he doesn't know what day it is anyways. Poor guy. I'm picking on him. Love you, brother. But I can have it for like the men's Bible study that on Tuesdays at 3 it sends a text reminder automatically. Not right now because we've taken a break, but it'll send a reminder that day at 3 reminding you that the Bible study is at 6 because we're guys. We might be out.
Yeah.
One of the guys was out walking his goat and got the reminder. Yes, we have a guy in our church who walks his goat. It takes all kinds. So anyhow, gosh, we've gone 30 minutes already. I didn't realize I've been yakking a whole lot. But let me just encourage you 2 things. Take time and don't rush past Christmas. I know if y'all are like us, I mean, man, it's a mad dash. We have a couple of days to catch our breath before Christmas Eve and Christmas, but it's a mad dash to Christmas, it seems. Don't rush past it. Take some time and celebrate the birth of Jesus. Oh, Dennis, that's how he knows it's Tuesday. Yeah. See, and it really that helps. And I get when you respond to that, one of the cool things is even though it may text to a group. We have like 15 guys on that men's group text. They don't get all those group texts.
Right.
Now, occasionally, Jose's really good at this. Jose will share stuff, and he shares it, and then I can send that back out. But it's not like a group text, like where you have 15 people on there, and you say, "Hey, don't forget about the Bible study." Then you get 15 thumbs up or something. Your phone's dinging. But that's a great way to stay in touch. Don't rush past Christmas. And work to stay connected. And if you find yourself getting a little bit disconnected, because that's just the norm, that's the way it is in our world. The norm is to disconnect. Then work hard to reconnect and get reconnected again. So we're going to do Java and Jesus all next week. And then the week after that, we'll take the week off.
We're off the grid.
Let me pray for you guys and send you out into your weekend. Doesn't feel like the weekend.
No.
Yeah. Lord, thank you for your love. I pray that, God, you would help us to take time, spend time with our families, spend time contemplating, Lord, the meaning of Christmas, that you gave your only Son for us, the greatest gift that was ever given. And God, I pray that, Lord, as we prepare our hearts to celebrate Christmas, that you would just build in us the anticipation um, of that birth that changed all of history. And God, I pray that you would help us to, Lord, stay connected, maybe to take this time as we enter into the Christmas season and the new year to reconnect in the life of the church. Lord, we thank you for your love for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, guys. Thanks for hopping in. And gosh, enjoy your weekend. Sunday, the message is a king like no other.
Wow. We're taking a break from Luke.
Yep. Yeah, we'll pick back up on Luke second or third week in January. Yeah, Luke needs some time off. Luke is going to get a lot of love around Christmas because people like to read Luke for the Christmas story. So yeah, a king like no other.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be Sunday. Love you guys. See you. Got to get that over here. We'll see you guys on Sunday and Monday. Bye.